Welcome to a Comms Business Live special with Zest4. Today, we're going to be talking about the IoT journey for partners. Okay, I've got some illustrious members of the community with me today. Let's do a few intros. From my left to my right, Lee, tell us who you are, where you're from.
I'm Lee. I own a company called Your Company Mobiles, we've got an office in Ealing and Hitchin. We do quite a lot of business with Zest. We have about 3,500 SIMs on their Arkessa platform, which is good.
Lovely. Okay, Anton.
Yeah, Anton myself. I work for Zest4, so I head up the M2M and IoT channel.
Lovely. Graham.
Co-owner of GeForce Communications. We're a whole of market independent communications company. We specialise in mobile, fixed line and telematics products for the business user.
Lovely.
Chris Williams, I head up the solutions team for Arkessa. We're an IoT MVNO based in the UK and in Germany.
Lovely. Last but not least, Paul.
I'm Paul Singh, I'm from SmartWitness, I'm the CEO. We manufacture video telematics products and they sit on an IoT platform.
Lovely, thank you. So, to my audience, if you have any questions for my panel throughout today's stream, please tweet them using the hashtag CBLive18. That's CBLive18, and we'll try and get some of your burning IoT questions answered. Okay, let's get into a few questions. Chris, I want to start with you.
Okay.
You've recently struck a new deal with Zest4 for it's an MVNO IoT deal, isn't it?
That's correct.
Do you want to talk a little bit about so how long you've been around, Arkessa have been around, and how that partnership came about?
So Arkessa was formed in 2009, so we're coming up to our 10th anniversary soon, and we've been specialising in IoT M2M market for that whole period, supporting all verticals. And we've been successful over the years and reinvested, you know, how well we've done into the people and technology, into a point where we're now 40 or so people.
Yeah.
And we're at the perfect stage now to support Zest4 in their IoT journey.
Brilliant. Okay. What's your vision for the future of IoT then, and that growth there?
So it's a really positive market to be in. If you would say to any business, if you could have an application which would improve customer service, give increased revenue streams or different revenue streams, and optimise your operations, they would bite your hand off for it, and IoT applications can do that for you.
Yeah. Okay, Anton, I want to pick up on this new news and this deal with Arkessa, an IoT MVNO. What does it all mean?
Absolutely. So we've been operating in the IoT space for a few years now, but I've worked and known the guys at Arkessa for much longer. So I've seen what they've achieved in the IoT market space. So for Zest4 to become an IoT MVNO now, we've invested a significant amount of capital, significant amount of resource. But what that does for us now and our channel partners is where the guys at Arkessa have been building for 10 years to have what they have in place, their own networks, their infrastructure, rather than Zest4 having to wait and build for 10 years. We've actually jumped 8 of them, and we now have sort of similar capabilities to the likes of Arkessa and other MVNOs in the marketplace now, so we can offer to our channel partners complete flexibility in IoT, complete bespoke commercials in IoT, and an end-to-end user platform with secure APNs so that they can manage their estate of IoT devices and IoT SIMs all on one page.
Brilliant. And Chris, what was it about Zest4 that really attracted you to this deal?
Well, they've got a great reputation in the market already. They've been successful in everything else they've done. We've been working together previously anyway, and they've got this knack of bringing some really good opportunities to the table, and we've been winning together already, so this was just a natural step to progress the relationship.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Right, let's get a few of the other members involved. Okay, Graham, since attending a Zest4 partner event, how has this helped your business with that IoT journey we're going to talk about today?
Well, our customers have the problems and they need a solution. So we've been working with them and they've educated us on the different ways of gaining tech connectivity out there. They've brought in multiple networks and been able to manage it through all one portal has ticked a number of the boxes. and the flexibility in working with yourselves in and getting the solution out there has really been good.
Yeah.
And how's that conversation going with customers particularly? Are the words IoT being used, or is it more about...
More customers come to you with they don't really mention the word IoT. They mainly come to you with, we need connectivity. We don't really care about how we get it, as long as we get the connectivity to those devices. By speaking to Zest and their team, we've been able to, engage in conversations about how the best way of obtaining that connectivity is, whether it be through a static IP, whether that's a public connection or a private IP. They've been able to advise us and the best way of going down that route, really.
Go on, Anton.
I just think one of the key ones, particularly working with Graham, as Graham said, we've looked at a few opportunities, and Graham's managed to secure a very, very sizable opportunity that initially we were looking at. We had some trial sims just out on a UK basis. This has turned into a pan-European deal operating across 4 countries with a rollout of in excess of 2,000 sims. And it was only working with Graham, and Graham leaning on our expertise as well. We were able to identify what the pain point was for the end user, because there was a significant pain point, and come up with a solution that meant they could roll out what they needed to roll out without it affecting the existing infrastructure.
Sure. Okay. Well, let's talk about these sims. What exactly were they being used in and for?
But they've got in a 4G router, 4G normal 4-port router, like an industrial grade one, and then that plugs into the network of around about 3 or 4 PCs in these sites around UK and Europe. That gives the customer able to log in and see these routers, make sure that they're working, and connect to multiple sites in the UK and across Europe. So,
what kind of customer is this? Can you tell us?
Well,
or is that going a bit too far?
You don't
need a name and address.
No. Not about to give me pipeline away or anything like that. But no, they came to us with the problem. We then spoke to Zest and we came up with the solution. And it's all through working with Zest and Arkessa, going through that one portal. We were able to, we've got it across multiple networks across UK and Europe, and now we're looking at further afield as well, going into Russia and stuff like that. So it's a great opportunity for us, and it was great working with Zest on the opportunity, because they were able to educate us and work with us to make sure that it was the right solution for them.
To get to the point where we rolled out the routers, I think the customer realised that they needed some automation in the business, but they weren't able to use their existing infrastructure and wireless structure. They didn't want to compromise it by having something else in there. So hence why we had to look at some additional devices that would support what they had in place with their existing infrastructure.
Okay. Is this kind of deal quite a good place to start for partners to sort of cut their teeth on that IoT journey?
So,
or what other areas should they be looking at?
It's hard to pinpoint just one place, because people work in different verticals. We at Zest4, we have what we've developed is a portfolio of product solutions, if I'm being honest, that should be fairly simple for someone new to IoT to sell. So we've got a whole range of vehicle telematics solutions to cover most vehicles. We've got asset tracking available now. And I don't think there's an asset about now that we can't track, whether it's powered or whether it needs a self-powered tracker. We've got hardwire replacement services, we've got failover services, we've got temperature monitors. So we've got products and solutions now that will fit a number of opportunities that partners who are new to IoT should be able to pick up and sell in end-to-end. But more recently, one of the reasons Paul's here now, we've just been working with the guys at SmartWitness, and we've become a reseller of a new product called KP2 in the marketplace, which is really going to enhance our offering to partners as well. And Paul will probably tell us more about that.
KP2, tell us what it's all about.
Okay, so we've been looking at the connectivity market, if you like, in vehicles. That's our background. We make cameras for vehicles. We've been doing that since 2007. And we've developed a device that actually, as well as putting a camera in a vehicle and the benefits that are around that, encouraging safer driving, managing your fleet through tracking ability, we've also added some connectivity in there, which is that it's got a Wi-Fi hotspot. So for us, if you take any of Zest channel partners and the businesses that they deal with, and you look at their assets that they have within their business, vehicles are generally the second most valuable asset that a business will have. But if you then look at the technology that they're employing in actually managing those assets and protecting them and looking after the workforce that are driving those vehicles, actually not much is being used. So we've experienced phenomenal growth in the areas that we operate in. We've got together with Zest because we feel that they're really well placed to provide an end-to-end solution.
Okay. I mean, telematics, it's always been sort of heralded as the big opportunity, but it has been for quite a number of years. Is it still the same fruitful ground that we always sort of believed it was?
So I believe so. So telematics, as you know, has been around forever. There's always been some form of telematics device, but the market is moving so quickly and technology is moving on, and there's always more and more we can do. As Paul said, we've now got connected devices. So the solution that we use with SmartWitness. A driver will be driving a vehicle, and if there's an incident, whether that be harsh acceleration, harsh braking or cornering, the fleet manager will know instantly because he'll get an automatic notification. They'll get a 20-second video clip so they can see exactly what's happened. It could be that the driver's not been paying attention, and then you can start managing driver behaviour. However, it could be that driver has just avoided an incident. So the fleet manager's got the capability of seeing that live. So telematics, although it's been around for a long while, we've got some great products now with the likes of SmartWitness.
It's very
absolutely.
Brand protection as well. It's something that's often forgotten. Businesses now, they're very much in the limelight with social media and reviews, etc., etc. So you used to see in the old days this sign on the back of the van that said, call this number if I'm driving badly. Well, how many people ever did?
Yeah.
So what this does is actually put that device within the vehicle and say to the driver, look, you're not being monitored as such, but we are watching you and we are looking out for you because you're driving a company vehicle. So I think the whole telematics piece has evolved now into the fact that we're adding video and all the benefits of video. And if you look at CCTV and what that's done for buildings and protection and for businesses, it's exactly the same in the vehicle space.
But the partnership with Zest4 and SmartWitness now, what we've been able to do is offer that product and solution at a manageable price point, because we've got the portal and all the software that manages the vehicles and manages the driver behaviour. Plug that into the fact that the SIMs are all running through our data management portal, so a user can get real-time visibility of how much data is being used. You can aggregate the cost of that data, so all of a sudden you're not worried about a single driver in the fleet utilising more data than they should do, so you've got no bill shock. So by merging the two together, we've been able to provide an end-to-end solution that's really, really powerful in the marketplace.
I know someone that could have done with that solution today, in fact.
I think on the aggregated data on our solution, that was one of the key factors as well, because you'll always get one particular site or one particular user use a hell of a lot more data.
Yeah, the very nature of our product is exactly that as well. If you have a driver who's driving poorly, he's going to use more data than anyone else because he's generating more events. So it's nice to be able to balance it.
And it's not just end-to-end solutions, David. So if you speak to Lee at his business, so Lee will no doubt tell you about it, but had an opportunity where he's got a very large customer that got existing devices that needed to manage the connectivity better.
Go on, Lee. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. So we deal with a company that supplies ticketing solutions to bus operators throughout the UK and in Europe. And they wanted to bring all of those SIMs and devices all onto one platform so that they could see everything effectively through one screen or one pane of glass, if you like. And Zest helped us to do that, both in terms of providing the platform where we could see them with Arkessa, and also bringing all of the SIMs together at a very competitive rate with all of the data aggregated to help with bill control for the customer.
Okay. Twitter has fired up. Ali Yazira, thank you very much for watching. Is IoT mature enough to go to market with for my clients? ? Is maybe this might be a slight misnomer that the IoT market's not that mature yet. Chris, what do you think?
I think it is really mature. Obviously, there's more new technologies on the horizon as well. But today is an example of the wide scope of applications it's already been used for, and we cover all verticals already.
Oh, is that a common
And
misconception?
I think it's actually the biggest opportunity in this sector, because if you're looking at mobiles for users, that's pretty much all taken, and you're just taking another piece of someone else's cake, right? But IoT, you can get new business in
Certainly
existing
been the biggest
customers.
growth in our company on the connections wise over
Absolutely.
the last 12 months. Mobiles pretty much being like that, but the data sims within our base has dramatically increased.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's sticky.
Sorry.
It's good margin.
Yeah.
It's,
I was going to say we've got running into 200,000 products out there, and 10 to 20% of that are connected devices, which are what you would call IoT devices. But more than that, if you look at just your mobile phone, that's an IoT device.
Mm-hmm.
It's a device that takes a SIM that then connects to a service that's on the cloud. It's the term IoT that's new, not the logic or the kind of infrastructure behind it. That's not new. That's been there since the beginnings of the web.
Yeah. Okay.
we're selling into all sorts of new markets. Like we're selling to councils that want to monitor how busy their offices are, so they'll put SIMs indoors, or SIMs in bins, so they can tell when the bins are full up.
What was the biggest stumbling block for you, actually, Lee? I mean, obviously you've got your ticketing system out there in sort of the buses across Europe.
Yeah.
Going from that deal onwards, was that a challenge, or was it getting that first one under your belt? What was it?
It is. I suppose I'm a bit like Graham. I don't want to tell people how my pipeline works.
We made it secretive here.
But
No one's listening.
we partner with a lot of IT support companies, so we get in that way when they're talking to organisations that want software that needs connectivity. Then that's how we do it, and we find that's the best way to get business with relationships like that.
Okay.
I think as new products come into the market as well, new products are being developed all the time, and if these products are away from site, then they need to be measured, monitored and controlled, and the only way of doing that is by putting a data sim in it.
It's also disaster recovery as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So if people, building sites want to have
which is not a new concept in itself, is it? It's just a new way of delivering
exactly.
that.
Offices might have SIMs in there now because data is a lot more affordable. You get less bill shock because we have big pools of data, so we don't need to worry about people.
I think the key there is managed connectivity, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's not just buying individual SIMs and not knowing what's going on. You've got the portal. You can buy aggregated data, like you've all mentioned. So you've got the control. It puts your mind at rest, and that's easier for the customers to understand as well.
I think the key thing, the key question that we get asked sort of quite regularly through new partners or partners that are new to this space is, how do I do it? How do I make money in it? How do I sell IoT? Because you can't walk into someone and ask if they want to buy some IoT. So at Zest4, as well as the end-to-end solutions, what we've done is built a partner program, as an example. So we'll take new partners. We've got a 12-week program where we'll train their staff. We'll share with them sort of our products and solutions. We'll give them sort of demo accounts to be able to demonstrate all our own sort of IoT products and services. We offer pre-sale support, post-sale support. I've sat in meetings with partners and been part of a partner organisation or positioned myself as a consultant to that partner. I've led sales meetings where I've helped develop an IoT solution for an end user, and then the post-sales piece afterwards. So for me, a lot of partners struggle with the word or the term IoT. Graham used three things there. Is there anything I need to monitor in my business? Anything I need to measure or control? And if you need to do any of those, then there's probably an IoT solution to help you do that. At Zest4, what we're trying to do through our channel partners is enable them to do that, give them the skills, the platform and the products to do it.
Sure. Okay. Maya Schultz, thank you for watching. A question: how would an MSP partner monetize IoT? Is this quite a common question? IoT is brilliant. How do I make money out of it?
Yeah, and I have to say very simple to what we just spoke about.
Yeah.
It's understanding what the customer needs, and once you understand sort of what the customer is trying to achieve within their business, it becomes very easy to monetize. And you can monetize it through revenue on hardware. You can monetize it through the software and the management solutions that you're going to put in place, such as the platforms that we use, and then you can monetize it through the data that's thrown through the SIM. But generally, with an IoT solution, when it's in, it's in.
Yeah.
You know,
And once you've got connectivity, you can add more services on top.
Correct.
They might not want today, but tomorrow. So it's got growth in existing connectivity.
absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay. Right. Let's crack on. Support is the cornerstone of Zest4's approach to their partners. So I hear, as we were talking about earlier. Do you find the value of this throughout your working relationship, Graham? What sort of value are you getting from that?
The main key thing for us is they sell, they introduce themselves very much like we introduce ourselves to our clients, really. And it's about building the right solution for your customer. And working with them, it was great because they basically said, well, let's run a trial. Yeah, and basically these days, if customers are trying something new, they don't want a big commitment. They don't want to be committing to something for 24 months if they don't know it's going to work. And what we were able to do with Zest is we were able to put a trial in with my initial client. We tested it, we made sure it was right, and it worked. And
Has there been any frustration around that trial from a customer point of view? The fact that it's not established. You have to go through that concept stage, prove it works, and then it's deployed.
Well, that's part of winning business. Yeah, you have to prove yourself. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're nothing. Do you know what I mean? So proof's in the pudding, as they always say. So
one of the things, some of the things that are critical for being successful in a reseller channel from a Zest4 point of view is being able to offer product and services support with no risk or minimum risk to the partner.
Yeah.
So at Zest4, we don't have any direct sales. Everything we do is through channel. So if our channel partners aren't successful and don't sell anything, we're out of business. So we have to do everything within our powers to enable them to sell our products and solutions.
I'd be interested actually from a partner perspective, how big a factor was that 100% channel only model Zest4 have? How much did that factor in your decision to work with Zest4? Paul?
It was a massive factor. For us, we chose to work with Zest because not just because of that factor, but also because of the choice we get. So you get very, very different variety of clients that need our solutions, and they have very different needs when it comes to data and even networks that they want to use. Some will want complete redundancy; they want to be on all the networks. Others will say, okay, let's just look at this and go for the lowest cost option. Zest give us all those options. More than that, Zest are actually embracing IoT. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to find a partner that embraces IoT in this space and that understands that this is actually not a passing kind of fad. It's something that's here to stay. And you have to build that confidence up in the resellers to get the business. And that's what these guys are doing. I mean, their understanding of what we offer as a product is fantastic. And the opportunities that they're bringing to us that we're getting involved in are absolutely superb. And there's some big deals there to come in the next couple of months and years.
Yeah, I think flexibility is in the offering is also key, because when you look at channel, as Paul said, there's a diverse range of partners in channel. Now, some of these partners will have the ability to build themselves, but others won't. So at Zest, we offer multiple models. So if a partner doesn't have his own billing capability, we'll give a joint branded bill and bill on their behalf. If a partner wants to build themselves, then we'll give them a wholesale price point where they can bill the customer, contract the customer, and own the customer. So irrespective of how the partner goes to market, we believe at Zest we've got a model that will fit.
Sure, okay.
I think it's very simple. People, I'm a big believer in people buy from people, and there are great people at Zest, and the support is very good. They're readily available. The people are passionate about it, and they, like Graham says, they help us find the solutions for our customers.
Brilliant.
And I think as a dealer or middleman, for want of a better phrase, our job is to, bring together the right solution for the customers from different vendors, and it's
almost
that's
about
how we add value.
It's about those business benefits, isn't it? Rather than IoT is how we're delivering it, or how you're delivering it, but it can get a bit confusing. So
no, absolutely, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, look, we're entering the last few minutes, so I want to go around the room quickly and just give a few concluding thoughts. What's really stood out today from the discussion we've had that you'd like our viewers to go home with?
Look, there's an appetite for IoT and IoT-based solutions, and the channel has the perfect customer base to take advantage of those opportunities that are out there and the appetite that's there. Whatever, there's been a question there about is the technology mature enough? The technology is mature. It's now time to actually get it out to market in a mass market way, and that's where Zest comes into it.
It's not over there in the future. It's here.
No, it's here now, and it's happening all around us. It's just being called different things.
Lovely. Chris?
It's been great today to witness the relationship Zest have with their channel partners, and how I think successful they're going to be with their MVNO
Even if
IoT
they don't want to
platform.
divulge any secrets, but okay, Graham.
No, it's just been good working with them, and I think the key thing for us and the key growth for us as a business is going to come from M2M IoT. As developers increase the products in the market, we're just going to be looking forward to working with them, to getting the SIMs out there, building the right tariffs for them, monitoring it, and making sure that our customers are looked after, really. So as more products get into the market, it's going to be great for us.
Anton? Any
Yeah,
final?
sorry, I thought so clearly we've invested into IoT as S4. The plan is to continue to invest. We'll invest time, we'll invest capital so that our partners get the benefit of this. It's not just about work though. We do have fun at Zest4. So I'll get this out now. So if any partners are thinking of joining us at S4, so we have a Jonathan Palmer Day running for our partners at the moment. So we try to do what we can to not only support the partners in business, but also give them a little bit of something back through partner days. We have a number of events that take place throughout the year where partners can come and get involved and have a bit of fun with IoT as well.
Yeah. Lee, how's your driving?
Depends on the day, I guess. I'm sure it'll be better with.
I was going so we can arrange.
With this,
Yeah. Link up on that one.
well, then we can actually measure it, can't we?
We can see who the best driver is.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Closing thoughts, Lee.
I think working with Zest is very good. They're one of our key partners, and they really do help us to deliver the right solutions for our customers, and they help us to be profitable and a good business.
Brilliant. That's a great place to leave it. From my point of view, it's been really good to actually meet a few partners who are out there doing it right now. As I said earlier, it's not over there in the future. This is happening. The opportunity is now, people. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I'd like to thank you all for joining me here today. And tune in next time. Thank you.